Hello, this video is intended to help you install the SeaMarks program from a download as per the instructions sent to you in an email when you ordered the program. This email will have text such as this, and we'll start with copying the install download location, and we can use either Control-C or Edit Copy to copy that. Then we open up a browser and paste it in. Control-V is a good way to paste it in, and then you hit Enter. And that gets you the SeaMarks download page. What we're trying to do is download this 10.1 version of the program, so if we double click that, it'll ask us whether you want to run it or save it. In this case, we'll save it, and it usually gets saved to the downloads folder. So now the program is downloading the SeaMarks installing program, and it's a large program, 28.2 megabytes, so it can take a while. Looks like it's done downloading it. So we'll close out that and open up a Windows Explorer window, like so, and find Downloads folder. Here it is under Favorites, Downloads folder, and this is the file we downloaded. So if we double click that, we'll be running it. And it'll ask for security purpose, do you really want to do that? Yes, we do. And we'll start into the download. So first thing it'll do is let you get started. This is the point at which you read the license agreement. The license agreement is basically telling you that it's for your purposes, not for all your friends and neighbors. You can load it in more than one computer, because I expect you might have a home computer, an office computer, and maybe even a computer in the boat. So once you're familiar and satisfied with that, you click on that box and hit Next. This screen basically tells you to leave the USB or CD in the drive until after you've actually begun running the program and are well into it. Otherwise, you may miss getting the NOAA charts downloaded. In this case, there aren't any on the download, so we'll proceed on from there. It says it's going to load it into a SeaMarks folder on C drive. You can change that if you like. In the old days, we loaded into a Loran GPS folder, and maybe you want to stick with that. So we produce it next. It'll give you a Andron or SeaMarks folder in your programs files. So we OK that, and this is the final screen there. It'll, at this point, put things in, and it could take a while, so be patient. This is a fairly big location, and there's a lot of built-in files. Now we finish here. It says run SeaMarks, but generally that doesn't work, so we'll just finish. So now we've got it done. We can minimize this screen, and we'll need this screen here. We're going to need this access code, which is here. So we'll copy that. I'll do Control-C to copy it, and minimize this. So we have SeaMarks. Here's the icon. I'll double click that to get started, and it asks for the access code. So we'll put the access code in there and proceed. And here we are with the program ready to go. It gives you the information from the access code telling you who you are and where you live, and we can click that, and you get this screen that says that you may want to set the user preferences before you get too far. So we say yes on that, and we'll go through the user preferences. This program hasn't been personalized yet. If you do not change this, you'll get nagged every time you start the program to set user preferences. So in here, this set, we'll just put in the user's name. And then we check the center latitude and longitude. This is useful for two functions. First is that you want to have some way of determining when you're entering data manually whether or not you've made a big mistake. Little mistakes won't be caught, but if you're more than 2 degrees off from this center latitude and longitude, it won't work. Additionally, if you're running with the Loran, it will help make sure you get the right Loran parameters. There's also the inlet, which in this case is for Johns Pass on the west coast of Florida, and these are the parameters for that. There's, with the Loran, you would have these for the west coast of Florida, this chain 2, which is the 7980 W and Y pair, with typical numbers of 14,200 or so and 45,000 or so. So there is a way to hide some of this. If you're not going to ever use Loran in the program, you hide the Loran features. You can set up your duplicate criteria as to how close points have to be before they're flagged as being bad. And if all of these things that are checked are equal during a duplicate search, the point will be automatically deleted. That's usually happens if you've been splitting and combining files and end up with duplicates. So for now, we're not setting anything. You can set the number formats. For example, here we have the latitude, longitude in degrees, minutes format, and they're run together. If we put gaps in there, you can see it's looks perhaps a little nicer, and the warning thing is 2 degrees. Now, internationally, east is positive on longitude, but since 99% of my customers are in the west longitude, in America, for example, I have west as positive. And if you would like leading zeros on the longitude, you can have that. You can also set the number of decimal places. You can do that for Loran. You can, in range and bearing, you can set statute miles, nautical miles, kilometers or feet, and bearing, how many decimal places, and maybe leading zeros. Okay, so we've got that, and we can select the conversion methods and Loran chains, but that's for later. So we would want to save the settings and push OK, done. And in this case, since this was an upgrade, there were some points in the old Loran GPS folder. If you want to move them to the new SeaMarks folder, you would push yes. Right now, no. And you get a warning, just say when you have BSB NOAA charts, they shouldn't be used for navigation. So boom, we get the program with the West Coast test file. And here the information is all bogus, and you will find that the all the different ways in which you can do this, which are part of a different video. Thank you for seeing this.